friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Rosa, and on this channel we make plant-based food for you and your family to enjoy. So today we're going to make something so delicious and tasty that I've been eating lately. It is a cauliflower steak. And yes, this steak tastes just as good as steak, real steak, all right? And we're going to smother it with some onions and mushrooms like a cream sauce. Guys, it's so delicious. So let me just get into this and show you how I made it, okay? So first we're going to start off, to make things easier, is to prep everything, okay? So we're going to prep up our cauliflower, our mushrooms, and our onions, okay? Let me show you. First of all, you need a big head of cauliflower, okay? And this is the biggest I can find out here. So we're going to cut this into 3 nice sized steaks. So I think we're going to start about right here. Cauliflower can be a little fickle and fall apart. So whatever you do when you make your steaks, make sure you keep the big stem part at the bottom intact, okay? That part right there, so it doesn't fall apart too much. And we're gonna cut this one into like a medium size, about the size of my finger size steak. Not too thick and not too thin. About there, okay? Let's see if we can get 3 nice sizes out of this one. So next you'll need 2 large portobello mushrooms. Just remove the little root, but we're gonna still eat this, so just set that aside to make it easier for you to cut. I like to use portobello mushrooms because it gives it more of a meatier texture and flavor on top of that cauliflower. But you can also use baby portobellos, you can use enoki mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, whatever type you like, okay? Next we'll need a medium-sized onion, and we're gonna chop that. I'm just taking off some of the outside to toughness because it's too chewy when you cook it up. So I just like to do this. You can keep it on, but see, it's kind of rubbery and chewy. To make it easier to get those little chopped squares, I just slice the onion that way, and then you make some lines going down, and make sure you hold it together tightly. And then slice across. So we're gonna use a large cast iron skillet and get that warmed up some. Put it on about medium high, I would say, but not too high. We can just play with it, but let's get that heated up first. To the pan, we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of oil. I use grapeseed oil because it's a little bit better for you. And we're also gonna add 2 tablespoons of vegan butter and let that get melted, heated in the pan. Let's add our cauliflower pieces. See how many we can get in this pan. Let's try this one. Oh, that one broke on us. All right. And what we're gonna do is let those get nice and seared and a little brown on them, and just add a little bit of salt and pepper. So we'll season this side with maybe about a half a teaspoon of salt and pepper to taste. I find that the more pepper you put on and the more seasoning you put on these, it makes it taste more meatier. But if you don't like pepper, you don't have to add pepper. Hey guys, I wanted to get on and share some exciting news with you. So most of you guys know I've been working on a new plant-based cookbook, and it's done. This cookbook contains 40 delicious recipes, which includes breakfast, lunch, dinner, and desserts. It's perfect for those who are new to plant-based cooking, or if you're living a busy lifestyle, or even if you just want something quick and easy to prepare but taste delicious. This cookbook is definitely for you. I put a link in the description so you can order your cookbook today. All right, so now back to the video. So we're gonna cook these to like about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Cook them until they're like a little bit golden brown on it, but don't overcook it because you want it to have that, you know, meatier taste and You want to have that medium texture, when you cut into it. Also, when you're flipping them over, be super careful because they have a tendency to kind of like fall apart, all right? So we're gonna put these on a separate platter that's lined with parchment paper, so it's gonna go in the oven once we make our sauce. So let's do that now. I'm just gonna clean off the pan a little bit to get those little bits of cauliflower out of it. And then we're gonna add a little bit of oil in it and get our onions and mushrooms cooked up. So we're gonna add about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of oil to the pan so we can get our onions all fried up. I'm gonna season them with just a little pinch of salt, just to bring out that moisture so it can cook evenly. The onions are slightly translucent and we're gonna add in our mushrooms now. Okay, so we have the mushrooms and onions together. We're gonna cook them on medium to high heat and let them all cook down until it gets a little bit brown on the mushrooms. To the mushrooms, we're gonna add a little bit more salt, probably about a pinch or 1/4 teaspoon, not too salty. We're just gonna salt it to taste. And then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You can get that all stirred up. Next, we're gonna add to the pan about 3/4 cups of vegan sour cream. Adjust this temperature. We'll turn the temperature down to probably about medium heat, okay? At this point, we're gonna add to the pan a teaspoon of dried parsley. And about 1/4 cup of water, just to kind of thin it out a bit. You may not have to use all the 1/4 cup of water, depending on the type of vegan sour cream you use, because some are thicker than others. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use the whole thing though, and we're gonna let that cook down to thicken up a bit. So we're gonna add about a teaspoon of cornstarch. This is gonna make it a little more thicker and richer, but this is also optional. And we're gonna cook it on medium heat till it thickens up a little bit more. Okay, so now we're gonna top the cauliflower with the mushrooms and top it with a little bit of cheese and pop it on the broiler. All right guys, so let's try this delicious cauliflower steak. Let's get in this, let's get in it. It's so good. See, took too big of a bite, but it was so worth it. That mushroom gives it that smoky taste and flavor, and the texture is so good, it's so on point. Now, I'm not trying to go for eating a real steak because I really don't even like steak anyway because, of course, I'm a vegan. However, it gives you that reminiscence of that meaty mouthfeel that you want and that smokiness and texture and taste. So definitely try this recipe, guys. I know you're gonna love it, and it's full-on vegan or vegetarian, so I think you'll please a lot of people. So if you like this recipe, definitely give it a thumbs up, guys, and subscribe to the channel. Definitely be a part of the family. I love it when you guys also leave comments. I will definitely respond to you, so I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.